We investigated pretty thoroughly IDF attacks that killed civilians in 3 UN schools that were being used as shelters in the Gaza Strip during the latest conflict. Those attacks on the Beit Hanun school, the Jabalia school, and the Rafah school killed 45 people that we identified as civilians, of whom 17 were children. And we're very concerned that these attacks look like they violated the laws of war. They look like indiscriminate attacks that didn't take enough care to distinguish between civilians and legitimate military targets. In other cases, the United Nations has found that armed groups in Gaza stored rockets inside their schools. And we criticize that heavily, including in this report. Storing weapons in schools puts the school at risk of attack, and that could endanger not just the school building, but civilians nearby. Those schools happen to be empty, but the important thing is that they were not the schools that we're focusing on in this report. There's no evidence that these 3 schools that we're looking at attacks on had any military activity in them, or even right nearby.
The Israel Defense Force is no different from any other military in the world that has its own independent investigating organization. It's important to point out that every decision that our military advocate general takes is under scrutiny from the civilian establishment. So everything we do can be appealed to the Supreme Court of Justice and can be overruled. So that is the confidence, and that is the source of the confidence that we have in our system. It works. If there is something that needs to be reviewed, people can appeal above that decision-making process.